Here's you, here's Matt. There's you, there.
SNL, a late-night sketch comedy show created by Lorne Michaels all the way in 1975. The show has launched the careers of many people that you may know. Mike Myers, Tina Fey, Chris Rock, Will Ferrell, Amy Poehler, Eddie Murphy, Adam Sandler, the list goes on and on and on and on. But today, I wanted to show you the history of this classic show that has been through thick and thin thousands of times. This is Saturday Night Live. Sometime in 1974, Tonight Show host Johnny Carson was wanting more time off on the weekends, so he asked NBC to stop running episodes on the weekends and move the reruns to the weeknights, giving him more time to vacation. Due to that, NBC needed to fill those time slots. So Herbert Schlosser, the president of NBC at the time, asked Dick Ebersol, the then director of late-night programming, to make a show to fill the Saturday night time slot. Because of the recommendation by Barry Diller, an executive of Paramount Pictures, Schlosser and Ebersol went to Lorne Michaels, and in only 3 weeks, Michaels and Ebersol developed the idea of a show featuring celebrity guest hosts, high-concept comedy sketches, relevant political satire, and performances by musical guests of all genres that would appeal to 18 to 34-year-olds. Then, on October 11th, 1975, then called NBC's Saturday Night due to Saturday Night Live being used by ABC at the time, starring Dan Aykroyd, John Belushi, Chevy Chase, Jane Curtin, Garrett Morris, Lorraine Newman, Michael O'Donoghue, Gilda Radner, and George Coe, would premiere to the world and quickly gain a cult following. The show was so successful to the point where one of their skits got turned into a full feature-length film. That film you may know being The Blues Brothers. But by the end of season 5, Aykroyd, Belushi, and Chase had left the show, and Michaels and the remaining cast were becoming pretty burnt out about the show's production schedule. So, being concerned about the show's quality, Michaels asked NBC to put the show on hiatus. But NBC turned down his request, so Michaels and the rest of the cast left. NBC hired Jane Dumanian to replace Michaels, but her time on the show really did not go well. The season started late, the fans didn't like the new cast, and the reviews became really negative. NBC fired Dumanian and replaced her with Dick Ebersol, but that still did not help. He fired all of the cast, except for Joe Piscopo, and the person who is known to have saved the show, Eddie Murphy.
Thank you.
In 1985, NBC almost canceled the show until they convinced Lorne Michaels to come back to the show, who has been running it ever since. But the season still sucked after that. The season has literally been dubbed the worst season of SNL ever. Did you know that Robert Downey Jr. was a cast member of SNL? Yeah, he has been called the worst cast member of all time, and was fired immediately after that season. But that all changed in the next few seasons. In the next few seasons, Michaels hired a plethora of talent. In season 12, Dana Carvey, Jan Hooks, Phil Hartman, Victoria Jackson, and Kevin Nelson, Mike Myers in season 14, and in season 17, Chris Farley, Chris Rock, Rob Schneider, David Spade, Julia Sweeney, Tim Meadows, and Adam Sandler. While loved by all at first, the show started to decline after several seasons. It got to the point where NBC fired most of the cast and crew, one of those people being Chris Farley. Though being fired, Farley went on to being in many classics, one of them with his best friend David Spade being Tommy Boy. Sadly, Farley passed away on December 18th, 1997, at just 33 years old, same cause of death and age as his idol, John Belushi. Farley's films and time on SNL are still being watched and loved by many close to 30 years after his death, which is only just one of the things to prove his legendary status.
Give it up for the great
Even after the 90s, the show lives on and has still sparked the careers of many, many, many talent. And Jimmy Fallon.
Well, switching gears today, KFC launched its new chicken pizza hybrid called Chizza. Here's a photo of it. Look at this. Yeah. I don't know about you, but if there's one word I don't want to see on a menu, it's hybrid.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Even though the show has lasted so long, it's possible that the show might end next year due to Lorne Michaels retiring. Longtime cast member Kenan Thompson has also said,
So maybe they might slash the budget, and then at that point, you can't really do the same kind of show. So that's unfair to just watch it just really go down kind of in flames or whatever, like for real, because of those restrictions, you know what I'm saying? And it'll just be a different thing. So
you're saying the
capping it at 50 might not be a bad idea.
there's been no statement by SNL or NBC about ending anytime soon, but with 4.7 million viewers watching live after almost half a century on the air, the show has really stood the test of time. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.